We are social animals, yet we are the loneliest generation in our history. Why is that? Why is that in the most digitally connected time, 1 in 4 people report feeling lonely? Instead of answering this question, we seem to be brute forcing our way into quick solutions. One such solution is seeking emotional connections with machines or AI. This is not a sci fi fantasy anymore, but a reality that's unfolding in front of our eyes. It's happening to all of us, but we seem to be blind to this shift for one reason, and that reason is a false expectation that was set years ago. But more on that in a while. Let me ask you something first. Imagine your idea of a perfect friend. Now imagine finding that perfect person in real life. It's pretty hard. What if I tell you that you could create that person digitally according to your preferences and befriend it? Wouldn't that be a modern solution to a modern problem? Now, if you're like me, you would probably say that it's not the same thing. I mean, a digital lifeless bot is nowhere close to a living human. And this is that false expectation. The expectation that for us to connect with machines or AI, they have to be human-like. They have to be conscious. It's a false expectation because it assumes that as technology evolves, we remain the same, whereas in reality, we evolve with technology. Our wants and behaviors change along with it. So let's say 10 years ago, your idea of social interaction was meeting a friend for lunch, but today it's probably a video call with the same friend. And in this version of social interaction, it's much easier to replace humans with machines. And this brings me to Exhibit A, AI influencers. It's a rather new trend, and I discovered it fairly recently. AI influencers are pretty much completely AI generated personas on social media with hundreds of thousands of followers. Now, these followers know that they are following a fake person, yet somehow, subconsciously, they treat these as human influencers. They even buy products recommended by these influencers. That's why they are gaining so much popularity to begin with. You can even find tutorials on how to create one for yourself. The point is that we are somehow eased into this new emotional dynamic with machines that was once considered a fringe idea. At its core, it is humans emotionally establishing a relationship with a machine. But it probably doesn't seem like that, right? This again has to do with that false image of human and machine connection. An image that was painted by Hollywood, where the only version of machines invoking emotions in humans involved clunky humanoids or holographic superintelligences. But in 2013, there was a movie called Her released. That, in my opinion, is the most accurate depiction of our future relationship with AI. It fits right into the status quo. You see, for the first time, we were shown the struggle of a human trying to treat a machine like a machine, knowing that it's a machine, just because it mimics human behavior so perfectly well. It had nothing to do with the form factor of the machine, but everything to do with its emotional intelligence. This is just starting to happen in our reality. All the technological shifts have prepared us for this. Our social interactions have already been distilled down to pixels and sound bites through social media and video calls. And now those pixels and sound bites can be flawlessly generated by machines. The final piece of the puzzle, and perhaps the most important one, is intelligence. And that is what we are building now. We are building it fast. Perfecting this is a matter of time and not complexity anymore. We are starting to see the side effects of this already. We are seeing an increased trust in machines with emotional matters. For instance, a 37-year-old woman divorced her husband just because ChatGPT told her to. Now sure, this is an extreme case, but it is a validation of the same idea. And I would argue that in the coming years, we would be relating to machines emotionally rather than transactionally. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that we see all these small shifts happening in our reality, yet we seem to be indifferent to them, just because we are shown a specific version of reality in sci-fi fantasies. So my hope with this video is not to be a doomer, but rather create awareness around the fact that blind adaptation to new concepts like AI influencers would ease us into newer, more drastic behaviors if we don't take a step back and analyze the situation objectively. This is exactly how we ended up getting hooked to social media. Every small shift eases us into the next big change, a change that may or may not be desirable to us. We as consumers of technology are in the driving seat of our future. If you found this topic interesting, then please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any specific topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos, then please drop them in the comments as well. Do consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.